like that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Coach, how are you?
Good.
Good. Just after watching, obviously, the game film from Dallas and kind of packing it apart, I know you said you didn't come out with the urgency that you wanted to see, and they out scrapped you. I guess what was the biggest message this morning at shoot around that you want to see tonight against the Pacers?
Well, we got to come out with that. It's that time. It's definitely that time of the season, and I thought that was a winnable game, and we just didn't play with that urgency that we needed. And establishing ourselves both defensively and on the offensive end of the floor. And you don't go into the game disrespecting an opponent. But after dropping our game in Toronto and knowing the urgency of winning games going down the stretch, I thought we would be ready for that game on against Dallas.
Speaking of, down the stretch, 29 games left. Like, do you look at all of those games and you're like, we need to win this many, or really focus on like these specific games? Or is it kind of just one at a time, do the little things right?
Of course, you look at the remaining games and, before the All-Star break and after the All-Star break, but you can only focus on the game in front of you, which is our approach. We didn't play well enough to win that game in Dallas. We got to come out with that sense of urgency and get this win tonight.
And Lauren kind of stole my question. I should have gone first last time. Going back to the video, when you look at the last two games defensively, were there things that stood out in your mind that you have to make sure that you guys do better tonight?
Well, I thought in the Toronto game, I thought we just seemed like we had heavy legs, and Toronto is playing really good basketball. The way they play their attack defensively, keeping pressure on you offensively with all five guys really looking to attack. And playing at a very fast pace, I think took a toll on us on that back-to-back. So I just thought we had heavy legs, wasn't able to get up and pressure. But the Dallas game was different. We had a day to rest and to get ourselves mentally, physically ready to go in that game. And I just didn't think that we really established our defense in that game. And offensively, I thought we were settling and not attacking them and getting into the paint, which I felt we could. And, Luka was in foul trouble most of the game, but they played with a lot more energy, I thought urgency, and was able to take that game.
JC in the last two games seems like he's been a little bit more aggressive offensively. His attempts have been up. Has that been something that you talked to him about, or him just taking advantage of the opportunity?
I think he's back playing the way he was playing last season. We talked about, running the floor, getting out in transition. He's one of the fastest bigs in the league. Attacking the glass, a lot more movement. And that's what he's been doing. It hasn't been play calling, as people have mentioned. And he's playing in the flow of the game, and he's playing faster, getting out in transition, attacking the glass, involving himself in pick and rolls. And, he has been much more aggressive and getting more attempts.
First question on Zoom goes to Scott Agnes.
Hey, Nate, good to see you.
Hey, Scott.
I'm curious if you're willing to share your opinion, just having worked with Domas and Miles for so long and to see them now being split up. What do you make out of that?
It's tough. I enjoy working with those guys, both of them, Domas and Miles, and to, see the trade today with Domas and Justin and Jeremy. All three of those guys are pros. I enjoyed working with them. And, you do have an emotional attachment, to your players. But, all I can say is I enjoy working with them. Those two bigs, they had to make an adjustment on style of play, and to see that they are now splitting those guys up. I enjoy working with them.
Next question goes to Jeremiah Johnson.
Hey, Nate, good to see you. Lance started his latest comeback with you on a 10-day COVID hardship contract. What were your takeaways of that time you spent with him, maybe how he had adjusted his game, and then what you've seen on film during his time with the Pacers?
Yeah, he's playing the same game. And, what I talked to him about here, he helped us in a couple games that he played. When Bogey was healthy and Kevin was healthy, I thought he was good for our lineup because he had shooters out on the floor. And he was making some plays and getting those guys the ball. Bogey went down. Or had an injury, which took another shooter off the floor, and I thought we had to go a different direction. But when he was moving on, he said he was going back to Indiana. And one thing I told him is, you can play in this league if you work on your defense and go there and focus on being a better defender. Play the game the right way, and he seemed to get back there. He was a fan favorite, and he was able to get the rest of his this season guaranteed. So I'm happy for him. I know Indiana loves him. Lance there and his style of play, and he's getting another opportunity, and I hope he makes the most of it.
Final Zoom question goes to AJ from Hawks Fan TV.
Hey, Coach. Hope all is well. The three-point shot has been struggling for the team a little bit in these last two games. Have you guys at least been happy with the looks you've been getting?
I think most of them, we've looked at that. Most of those have come off the dribble. We've been shooting the ball well from the three-point line. Been a really good catch and shoot three-point shooting team. And I think the last few games, a lot of our attempts are off the dribble. We have to create those opportunities by attacking the paint, forcing that defense to collapse, and not settling, for contested threes. Those are tough shots. When you can force that defense to get into a scramble and you're kicking the ball, you're moving the ball out to the perimeter, we've been a better three-point shooting team.
Just real quick, as far as tonight's game specifically, I mean, this is a team this afternoon that those guys already talked about. Have made a lot of moves. How do you tell your guys to go into this one, game plan wise? You
just respect the game. You don't relax. You respect the game. And you take care of business. You come with a business approach, regardless of what Indiana did today or what they've done. Our mindset has to be that we need to win this game, take care of business here at home, as we've just mentioned, going down the stretch of the season, we're 5 games out from the All-Star break. We can't be thinking about that. We've talked about all of that. You respect the game and you play the game, and not, a team's record or, a distraction, allowing this to be a distraction where you come in and you start to relax. You can't have that approach. Thank you, guys.